plane loaded with 600 kilograms of flour crashed unexpectedly in a valley. The drug lord quickly ordered his henchmen to rush the cargo out, but just then, a large group of men was seen approaching from the distance. Machine guns mounted on the roofs of their vehicles were faintly visible. The drug lord immediately sensed something was wrong, so he told his men to flee, but the government troops were already hot on their heels. At that moment, Armando also realized there was an undercover agent among them. This area was supposed to be a no-man's land. He always moved his cargo through this region, yet now a large contingent of government troops had suddenly appeared. Eventually, the government forces caught up with them. Looking at the flour scattered across the ground and the drug dealers' corpses, the soldiers still had no intention of letting them off. The commander walked up to Armando, who tried to resort to his old tactics. He said to the commander, "There's still $100,000 in cash left in the car. You can take the money, just let me go." But the commander still had no intention of sparing him. When money can't solve the problem, it means someone else has offered a higher price. At that moment, Armando also noticed that the plane he had just crashed in had been blown up. He realized that the government troops' target was him. Soon, the government troops escorted Armando to prison. They piled the cash and flour together, doused them with gasoline, and set them ablaze. But in Mexico, justice is fleeting. Just 1 week later, the drug lord Armando was released from prison. The first thing he did upon his release was to find out exactly who had betrayed him. When he returned to his territory, however, he discovered that his position had been taken over by his partner, Mark. Mark claimed he had been managing things in Armando's absence. Mark had replaced all the financial staff and flour transport teams with his own people. Clearly, he intended to oust Armando, but he had underestimated the situation. Mark dismissed his henchmen and made no attempt to hide his intentions. He pulled cash from his wallet, offering to let Armando retire in peace. This infuriated Armando. That evening, Mark was still throwing a party to celebrate, convinced he had ousted Armando and taken complete control of the Juarez drug cartel. But just then, Armando walked in. Seeing him, Mark assumed he had come to admit defeat, but the next second, Mark's men were all intimidated by Armando and didn't dare to shoot him. Armando stepped forward and shot Mark in the head. This was the fate of those who betrayed him.